Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this afternoon mountain weather update. Into the headlines we go. The latest trends here that I'm seeing over the next 7 days, still looking at primarily a west coast storm track, meaning most of the moisture goes into BC, Washington, Oregon, and California, and not a lot, a little bit, but not a lot survives. Certainly nothing to write home about the interior. And when I say the interior, I'm talking Utah, I'm talking Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, New Mexico. Not a lot survives. So you say, well, when is the next actual decent storm system? Well, probably not until 1-3 or later, 1-4, 1-5, somewhere in there. That could potentially affect the interior. Looking at rain in the northeast, 1228 and also 1229. Here's the latest water vapor satellite imagery. So again, you've got this big low here pushing moisture into the Pacific Northwest and BC, another low behind it, and another low behind that. But with this storm track, again, all these lows will be guided into the west coast and also the Sierra, but again, not a lot is making it up and over and surviving the trip into the interior. Here's the forecast radar and satellite, so that's the current state of affairs right now. That big low pushing rain and snow against the west coast states, BC, Washington, Oregon, and California. All right, there's the view by tomorrow morning. So some light snow accumulations move through Tahoe, and then it's over. And look what happens. It dries up by the time it gets through Nevada. Here is 1228 at 4 p.m. Next low beginning to move in. Here it comes into the west coast. Now this one should have some moderate accumulation potential around Tahoe and Mammoth. Let's see what happens here by the 30th, and there it is. You can see it. You can see that blue across Tahoe, most likely Shasta, and down to Mammoth. All right, now watch what happens with this area of low pressure. There's a tiny, tiny bit. Here is New Year's Eve morning. You can see a couple of little areas of blue over Colorado, some flurries. I mean, that may be the extent of it. And just a little bit right there as well in the afternoon hours. And then another low comes in. Some more energy dives down through the southern tier. And you can see that brings a little bit of snow through southern Utah on New Year's morning. And that may slide closer to Colorado by the afternoon hours of New Year's Day. So again, that's 10:45. Here's the afternoon into the evening hours on 1-1. There's just not a lot there. Not a lot survives that trip into the interior. All right, here's the latest jet pattern on 1229 late in the day. You can see that trough approaching one of three areas of low pressure. This is way down the road. This is 1-5, very similar to what I was talking about this morning with that northern jet locked into Canada, and that bottles up the cold air. So what we're dealing with is a lot of subtropical energy, a lot of closed lows, but not a lot of cooperation out of the northern branch. And that view on 1-5, you can clearly see there is a trough over New Mexico, Colorado. So potentially something there, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, moves through that area. As far as the latest totals, I really don't have much of anything here through the 29th. Most of it's up in BC and Washington State. Looking further down the road, there's more action here. This is 1230 through 1-5. Moderate to, in some cases, heavy snow through the Sierra. Again, you've got three different areas of low pressure to deal with. Look at that snow in southern Utah. And some snow for Colorado, assuming we get this area of low pressure that develops 1-3, 1-4, 1-5. That would bring snow to western and southwest Colorado and northern New Mexico. And also look up into Canada. I added Kicking Horse to my map here. I had a request for Kicking Horse, and I actually meant to put it on a while back, but it's on there now. You can see there's a little bit of snow in the forecast for Kicking Horse, Revelstoke, up to Marmot Basin. Not a lot, unfortunately. More as you go west towards the coastal range. Looking at the northeast, my latest numbers, again, you're just dealing with rain, 28, 29, and then changing over to some light snow on 30, and there may be another shot of light snow down the road with like a clipper storm. But that's it. That's all we're dealing with. Guys, thanks for tuning in here to this afternoon update. Always appreciate it, and take care.